Hey, you guys, it's Elise, and today I'm going to be talking to you about morning routine with your kids. How many of you have had days that start something like this? You wake up, you go to your children to wake them up, feeling nothing but absolute dread as you are going to go to their room. You go in, you wake them up, and then the day begins. They start grouchy, they don't listen, you need them to get dressed and brush their teeth and get out of the house on time, and it is just an argument from the beginning. You yell, you scream, you threaten, you may even punish, and what ends up happening is generally you are late for school, for the bus, if you're working, everybody ends up being late. Then more screaming, more punishing happens, and then finally, when you drop them to the destination, you think to yourself, oh my God, what a terrible way for me to start my day. I just yelled and screamed like a lunatic to my children, and I feel terrible. I'm now guilt ridden, and is a terrible way for you to start your day, and no doubt a terrible way for your child to start their day. Now that we can all agree that mornings can be rough to deal with, I will walk you through a calm morning routine using my master parenting strategies. I will also explain how these strategies work to eliminate chaos in your morning. The first step is waking up 15 minutes earlier. I know this sounds kind of brutal. Your morning is already early and filled with lots of things to do, but having that extra 15 minutes for yourself just to make sure that you're ready and available if your child needs a little bit of assistance listening. Now that you're calm because you have woken up early, you are able to walk into the room in a very calm way and wake your child up gently. You can rub their face, use kind words. Good morning, sweetie. It's time to wake up. The way you don't want to wake up a child is with this crazy frenetic energy. Get up! We're going to be late. This is a terrible way for anybody to start their day, especially a child. Another tip is to have your child pick out their clothes the night before. This works for two reasons. Number one, it fosters independence. And number two, it allows them to make a choice in a world where so many choices are made for them. Now that your child has woken up the correct way, it is time to execute their morning routine. The very first thing that my child does in the morning is look at her list, which she actually put on her light switch. She can't really leave the room without seeing it. And on that list are all the things that she has to complete before coming downstairs and eating her breakfast. So for instance, on her list, she's just woken up, she's already gotten dressed with the clothes that she laid out the night before. She'll then go to the bathroom, brush her teeth, wash her face, and brush her hair. She will then come downstairs, get her backpack ready, and then eat. If your child is younger and can't execute this list, you will be available for them because you have woken up early and you can give them your undivided attention. So if they're having trouble getting to the bathroom and they're younger, they're maybe 5 years old, and they can't seem to get the hair brushed, get the teeth brushed, you are going to assist them with this. You're not going to do it for them, you're going to assist them so that eventually you will no longer be needed in the morning to do that. They get used to it with you, and then you pull back, and the next thing you know, you have a child that is getting ready all by themselves. Now that your child has a list to follow for their morning routine, you're thinking to yourself, well, everything is just going to go perfectly. What happens when your child takes way too long to execute that list? What could possibly be the problem? I will tell you the number one problem will be that their electronics are taking them away from completing their tasks. Do not allow your children to have any type of electronic in the morning, and I will guarantee you that they will get through their list quickly. Let's summarize what we've learned today. The way we wake up our kids is so important. How does this help their day and our day? If your child goes to school happy and calm, they are just going to have a better day than if they start their day with yelling. How does this affect us as parents? When we yell and scream, we feel bad about it after we do that. Oftentimes, when we get home from work and the child's home from school, we then parent out of guilt, which is never a good way to parent our children. We make concessions to things that we wouldn't normally make concessions to. We let them get away with things that we normally wouldn't let them get away with. And this just leads to a bad cycle of bad parenting, bad choices for kids. I hope it helps. Now that you have learned a better way to start your morning routine with your kids, you no longer dread this part of your day. It now becomes easy and seamless. Congratulations! You have mastered your morning wake up routine with your kids.